Welcome to MassageWise, and this is one of the first videos I am having for new massage therapists, or therapists that have been in the field but don't seem to think that they're doing as well as they should be. So these are the videos for you. So feel free to like, subscribe, and post a comment if you have a question, and I will get to it, because this is where we talk about the nitty-gritty, embarrassing stuff. Alright, so what are we covering in this video that is all important? First off, depending on which school you went to, they might or might not have gone over these topics. So, just to make sure everybody's on the same level playing field, we're going to be talking about 4 things. 1, handling body art and scars. 2, sleepers versus talkers. 3, how to read your client. And 4, dealing with the inevitable and annoying clientele that seem to think that happy endings are a real deal. This is the easy answer to this question, unless the image that you're seeing is something that you are profoundly offended by, which is really hard, or you're looking at a rash, wound, or something that makes you question. Don't say anything. So, if it makes you question, look it up in this, the Massage Therapist's Guide to Pathology. If it is a rash, if it is a bruise, take a note of it, and if it is something that gives you consideration, ask them about it. Because as a massage therapist, I am reminding all massage therapists out there, we are mandatory reporters. If it looks like somebody is being abused, we have to report it. So unless you're working on stunt doubles and you find bruising, and there should be no reason for this bruising to be there, be mindful. But otherwise, don't say anything, don't draw attention to it. So, sleepers versus talkers. There's an easy way to figure out this particular issue for each individual client. For one, you have to start out as a silent body. Don't be rude in that you don't answer any of the questions they present, but be mindful that in the beginning with any client, being silent is a smart move. But as you have repeat visits with this particular client, if they do what I like to call fishing, in that they try to draw you into conversation, if you are open to conversation, just be mindful of how much you're interacting with the client, how much the client is leading, and how much you are following. Because it is safer for you to follow than it is for you to lead. And if you have clients that are brand new and seem a bit hesitant, during that interview process in the beginning, where you're setting up the stage for the whole session, do, if you are open to it, cite that you are offering to answer questions. In my experience, if they have questions and you are telling them that you are opening with, hey, I'll answer your questions, they relax a lot better. If you find that you have a talker and they just like to talk your ear off with no requests for feedback, they might be just one of those people that don't get to talk to a lot of other people, so they have to get all their words out with you. So be mindful, but also follow rather than lead the conversation. That's the safer bet. Yes, at some point in your career, you're going to have somebody that thinks happy endings or genital manipulations in massage therapy in a professional setting is actually plausible. Yes, you're going to run into this, and there's a couple of ways that I like to deal with it when I run into clients that are like this. I play games with them. Yes, I play games with them. So the first game is simply be factual. 1, I'm not certified in that kind of massage. 2, I am not comfortable working with that arena. I don't have enough practice. And 3, you pretend that you didn't hear it at all and just move on. Now, reading a client is very important. It's one of those things where palpation starts, but if you don't pay attention to the rest of the body at the same time, you're going to lose a lot of information. So, one thing is that you're looking for areas of tension. Now, tension for the muscles that you're working on is one thing. If the muscles get more tense the more you work on it, the brain is going to be involved, because the parasympathetic nervous system that we work on engaging, once it's engaged, the muscles should not get more tense, they should get less with those manipulations of which we're working on. So if they're getting more tense, you have to ask yourself the question of, am I applying more pressure, or is it a sign that my client is uncomfortable? If their breathing rhythm is not relaxed, that tells you that your parasympathetic nervous system isn't engaged. If their muscles become more tense with your touch, they're not relaxing. Now, you will have some people on first or second go around on your table where they're unsure of what's going on. If you look on YouTube, you're going to find a lot of videos of people who had the really worst experience for the first time massage. So, that aside, you look for muscle tension, breathing rhythm, and tone of voice when they do speak. You look at whether or not their limbs are loose to move around, because if they're very tense, they're going to want to be very self-contained, like have their arms tucked up to their chest and not want you to move their leg at all. I have run into a lady where she was so stiff. I explained to her I was going to move the leg, wrap the leg in a little bit of the drape, and then work on the limb. She went Barbie legs on me. For those of you girls who had Barbies, this is not the Barbie that has the articulating legs. This is the full-on one-piece plastic leg that doesn't bend at all. So, with your clients, read the tension in their bodies, pay attention to the breathing, pay attention to tone of voice, pay attention to whether or not it is the muscle tension that is preventing the limb from moving a lot, or if you can reasonably guesstimate that the client is withholding range of motion. And if you can pay attention enough to this to pick it up, you will improve dramatically. So that's all I've got for you for this video. Like I said in the beginning, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for more content, and if you have specific content that you would like me to cover, go down into the comment sections and leave a comment, and I will definitely try and get to you. See you next time! Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Feel free to check out my other videos at MassageWise, and see you later!